Today I'm showing you how you can integrate advanced forms like this one, so multi-step conditional logic, the works, into ActiveCampaign using AI and free tools. So the tool we'll be using is a tool called Weavly, which is an AI form builder and integrates with ActiveCampaign for free. I'll quickly show you how you can build those kind of forms, and then we'll dive into the actual integration. So if you already know Weavly, you can just skip ahead, look at the chapters below, and immediately go to the integration part. So let's go ahead and start for free. So you get unlimited forms, unlimited responses. We'll just be creating a rather basic contact form for the moment, but you can also build match quizzes, lead qualification. So all of the fancy stuff that you would need to be able to roll out your marketing and lead generation essentially. So what you simply do is you specify what you need as a form. So I need a form that collects contact information for my marketing agency, for example. And then you can simply say, make it multi-step, use conditional logic, which is form logic where needed. And so basically the AI will know that when it asks a question which isn't relevant, if you responded something previously, it will just simply hide it using that form logic, so that you make sure that you only ask questions which are hyper relevant to the person responding it, to your lead, avoid form boredom and all of this. So as you can see, the AI is building out our form as we speak. We see the pages here at the bottom, and then we'll have a look at the form before we integrate it. So it's done, created it. So let's have a look at what it built. So the first page is your essential contact details, and then the second page is services of interest. And so what it's set up for us is that if you select more than 10,000 as the budget, you get a follow-up question, right? It's a big budget for a marketing campaign, potentially depending on your budget, of course. And so it's worth asking a bit more to make sure that you align with your lead on this. And so if we look at the preview, for example, you can see right here that as soon as I select more than 10,000, I get this question that pops up. And of course, it's a multi-step, so we get the previous page and next page. So of course, from a design perspective, we could tweak this further. So make this look more like a marketing agency, for example. That's a very bad prompt. So let's see what it does with it. But essentially, you can just completely tweak the styling. So no need for any of custom CSS and that kind of stuff. Just either do it with AI, or you can do it manually, of course, and have something which actually looks nice. Change the visual so that we have a nice visual on the top. All right, so there we go. We have our form ready, so we can go ahead and just hit the publish button. And then under the share tab, we have all of our options. So we can either just share the form as a link, or we can embed it in a website standard or a pop-up. All of this available in the free tier. Now, what we want, of course, is we want to integrate with ActiveCampaign. So we want all of the data that we have, or at least the contact information, we want that to go into our ActiveCampaign contact. So diving into ActiveCampaign, what we'll be doing is we'll be going into the settings under the integration section and just looking at the app directory. So that's where you will find the Weavly ActiveCampaign app. If you just search for Weavly, you can find it right here. And essentially the setup is rather basic. So what we're going to do is we're going to add an account right here. This is going to ask us for something called a personal token. So that's something that you get out of your Weavly account. So if we head back on over to Weavly, if you go to your dashboard, so you click the home symbol right here, under your account settings, you'll see personal tokens, right? And these are tokens that you use to link Weavly to other third-party tools. I have already created one for ActiveCampaign. So I just go ahead, copy that to the clipboard and paste this in here. So why you do this is because once you've connected Weavly with ActiveCampaign, you can select the theme that you want, and then you can also select, of course, the form that you want to sort of listen to data for. So in our case, that was marketing agency contact form, I believe. So let's see when it loads up. So that's this one, marketing agency contact form. And then we press continue, and we'll be able to map the fields of our form to our contact properties. So this is a completely blank ActiveCampaign setup. So we don't have a lot of fields that we can map onto. So essentially email maps to email. That's the only required one. We have a phone number, a subject, and then we have the message if somebody sort of asks for more than 10K. So of course you can set up your ActiveCampaign properties differently, and these will map differently onto your form elements, but that's up to you and up to your setup. So Go ahead and press finish, and that's essentially it. Your integration will be live once it says connected, and whenever you get a form response, it will automatically be available inside of ActiveCampaign. So let's go ahead and try this out, and then you'll see the data coming in. So under the share tab, we'll just copy paste our URL into our browser bar, and we'll just fill in some data right here. So let's say john@dough.com, give our phone number, and then just enter some dummy data right here. This doesn't really matter because it's not going to be picked up. I need SEA help. That's succinct enough for 10K budget. Press submit, we get the thank you animation, and then if we go back into ActiveCampaign and we refresh this, you can see the data that just came in, right? So of course, all of that data is also stored inside of Weavly, but the goal is to get it inside of ActiveCampaign. That's the entire purpose of the integration. There's other integrations as well, so Make, Zapier, N8N, Google Sheets, you name it. But in a nutshell, that's how you create a form with conditional logic, custom branding, multi-step, and have it link to ActiveCampaign in, well, what is this? It's a matter of a couple of minutes, essentially. If you like these kind of videos and tutorials, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.